Alright, so we've got our fermenting bucket already sanitized. It's ready to go. And in my trough here I've got all the tools I'll need. I've got my airlock, I've got my thief, and I've got my hydrometer in there, you can see. So we are all set to take a reading. Get that flowing nice and cold. And while that's cooling down, I'm going to go over here to the stove and grab the wort. And in it goes. You notice I poured it pretty high that time. I'm wanting to try to get more oxygen into these batches, so I think that that'll be one of the best ways. So that way I don't want to go and buy all of the aeration equipment and anything quite yet, so I think that that'll do a pretty good job. We'll get this all mixed here. Up it goes. And now I'm going to pretty much bring it up to just under 5 gallon mark with very, very cold water. And we'll check our temperature, just make sure we're on track, and we'll see if we have to cool down the bucket anymore. Alright? We'll see you in just a second. Okay, so I'm sure you've noticed I've moved the bucket into the sink, actually. The temperature of this was a bit high, actually. So what I've done here is I put it in the sink and I filled it up with water, and I put a nice ice bath in here for it. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait a couple minutes here. We're going to get the wort cooled down to temperature, and then I'll finish topping up to just above the 5 gallon mark, and we'll be ready to pitch our yeast. Okay, so I figured now would be a good time to do our hydrometer reading. The wort is now down to 79 degrees, and it looks like we're coming in at 1.044. That's going to be pretty good. So I'll just put that back. Like I sanitize all this stuff, so I just put that right back in. No need to waste it. You could taste it, but it's not quite beer yet, so I don't really do it. And I figured that since we're being all experimental with this batch, I went ahead and took my Danstar Nottingham yeast and I've suspended it here. As per their instructions, I put it in 4 ounces of water. It was sitting right at 88 degrees. They recommend in between 86 and 92 degrees, so 88 right in the middle. Do not stir. Let it stand for 15 minutes. It's been 16 minutes actually. And pretty much we give it a quick little stir here to suspend it, and we'll add it to our wort. It says to make sure that its temperature matches your wort's temperature. Right now, like I said, this is sitting at 79 degrees. This was 86 when I put it in, so I'm sure they're pretty much equal, so I'm not going to bother with adding wort back and forth and waiting any longer. I've got here a spoon that's been sitting in sanitizer. Rinse it with very, very hot water. Said to gently, that's funky, isn't it? Look at that. It says to give it a gentle stir to suspend the yeast. I've never done this type before. I always just add the yeast directly to the beer. Got some clumping going on there. And in it goes. I'm going to go ahead and knock this off in here. It's also good to know that I did sanitize this measuring cup here, just to make sure that I wouldn't have any problems. I'm going to rinse it with a little bit of wort here. No need to waste good yeast. Alright. So we pitched our yeast. I'm going to give it one little quick stir to kind of mix it up a bit here, but we are good to go. That's all we need to do. We'll grab our lid here. I have to stand on my tiptoes to get up here. And like always, I've got my airlock sitting right here in sanitizer. Do a quick check. We're good to rock. Alright, so there we go. We made the Edme English IPA from their microbrewery series. Didn't add up ending the hops like the brew store employee recommended. Like I said, I took a little taste of it, and it had some bite to it, so I'm not entirely sure if it would have needed anything extra. On the ingredients list here, it does say malted barley, water, hop extract, and brewer's yeast. So, hops have already been added to this. We'll see. We'll see. I don't like extremely hoppy beers, but I do like a good taste. And I know, why are you brewing an IPA if you don't like hops? I do like hops, but to a certain extent. I don't like so many hops and such a strong hop flavor and aroma that it's like rubbing alcohol. If I want that, I'll make some inmate brew. But so here we are. We've got a good seal here. Oh, see. Can hold it up there. It's starting to come down. It's about at 78 right now. So pitched the yeast a little bit warmer than I'm used to. I usually just sprinkle the yeast in right at the top, right around 75 or 76 degrees. The Danstar yeast recommended, well, I gave the temperatures earlier. I think it was somewhere between 86 and 92 degrees, and I ended up putting the yeast in the water right at 86 degrees. So in between that being 86 degrees and this sitting right at 79 when I pitched the yeast, I think that's a pretty good middle ground. And this room is actually pretty cool, so I have no doubt that this bucket's going to cool down over the next couple hours, and we'll get it down to a nice suitable fermentation temperature in no time. Alright, so, well, thank you guys for watching as always. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave a message down below. And also, if you enjoy my videos, please do feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe on all my videos. And subscribe to the channel if you like. It's pretty cool knowing that you guys are enjoying what I'm doing out there. I've gotten several great comments and great suggestions, even over just the last several video series I've posted. So thank you guys. Cheers to you. Thank you for all your help. And lots more brewing videos to come. I've got a couple Midwest Supplies kits that I'd like to brew up. I haven't ordered them yet because I'm still planning on what to do. I may be actually moving to a different location within the next month or two here, so we shall see. But until then, cheers, have a homebrew. Thank you guys for watching. In a couple weeks, we'll see how that turns out. Cheers.